Truck, how you feeling?
Oh?
Man, I just talked to Chuck for you. He's willing to give you an early look if Michael comes out hot again.
It's whatever the team needs, Coach.
Okay. We can't lose a fourth straight game to these guys. Your number gets called. Knock Michael off his rhythm.
Bad boys. Let's go.
Let's do this.
Situated on the shores of the Detroit River, the beautiful Renaissance Center. Welcome to Auburn Hills, Michigan. Here with Clark Kellogg, Mike Fratello, and sideline reporter David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Mike, on this chilly winter evening, are we witnessing a succession at the Palace?
It certainly seems that way. For a long time, these Pistons beat and bullied Chicago. But the times, they are changing. The Bulls seem to have inherited the throne.
Mike, indeed they have. Everything going Chicago's way. Clark, they've won 8 consecutive games against the Pistons.
And that after getting swept in the Eastern Conference Finals. You better believe they'll be motivated tonight, Kevin.
Tip-off goes to Chicago. And so the Bulls down the floor. As Paxson gets it over to Jordan. He'll work on Dumars. The turnaround. Good! Michael! It's Scotty over to Michael. Here's the 3. Caught it!
MJ's looking to prove something here.
It's Jordan. Puts over the defense. Blows by Dumars and hammers it down!
Goodness.
Right over Rodman. Timeout Detroit.
MJ has come out on fire.
Truck, you're up. Come on. All right, it's time for what we talked about. Coach needs you to get out there, play defense, and make Michael work for it.
Coach, I'm going to make him work on both ends.
No. Listen to me. I need you to focus on defense. That's it.
Coach, you know me. I'm going to do whatever you ask me. But right now, we start winning this game when we make Mike work each inch of the court. And I'm going to do that. I got you.
Get out there.
No problem, Coach.
All right, hustle up. Let's go. Let's go.
And we welcome you back here to the Palace in Auburn Hills. With Joe Dumars dealing with the bad back and having a tough time, Clark, against Michael Jordan. The Pistons trying something different here, bringing Truck in early to give him a turn against the reigning MVP.
And you know, Kevin, to be candid, even before the back troubles, Dumars had struggled against MJ this season. Just 12 points per game on 29% shooting from the floor. Coach hoping Truck can stem the tide.
And we've said it before, but certainly some history between these two teams. Central Division rivals, the Pistons sent the Bulls home 3 years in a row en route to titles in '89 and '90. But with the Bulls championship and last year's playoffs, it seems at last they have the upper hand.
Pippen can't hit. It's Rodman with the ball for the Pistons. 6-point game. And it's Truck missing.
And Truck is finding buckets hard to come by. Jordan reminding us he's a former Defensive Player of the Year.
And for more on Truck, let's go across court to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, big minutes for Truck, who's bounced around quite a bit. This is his 5th team in 9 seasons, so I'm sure there's added pressure for him to play well. Back to you.
Pressure indeed, D.A. Thank you. Well, we always talk about the pressure on the stars, Clark, but for those fringe players, they're just trying to hang around.
And now he's tasked with taking on the MVP, Kevin. That's a really tall order.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And Clark, the Pistons were that great roadblock to the Bulls' title aspirations. It seemed like every year Chicago got a little bit closer.
You're exactly right, Kevin. Each playoffs, they pushed the series just a little bit further until finally, last season, they swept the Pistons in the Eastern Conference Finals, breaking through to win the franchise's first ever NBA title.
And if I'm headed down a dark alley, I'll take Truck by my side. Nobody's going to want any trouble.
Yeah, I agree there, Mike. He doesn't say a lot. He doesn't have to. One look is enough for him to get his message across.
.106 left to play in the first. And the Pistons coming off a 1-2 road trip, Mike. Their last game, a loss in Miami, where they shot, 11 free throws to the Heat's 41 free throw attempts.
Yeah, Joe Dumars was the only Pistons starter to get to the line. Meanwhile, everyone from Miami seemed to be living there, so that was the game.
And Truck coming right back at Michael Jordan.
Hard-nosed, rugged stuff from Truck on that finish.
King outside. Pass to Jordan. Back to King. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Paxson kicks to Pippen. Tries again, and he sinks the layup.
And 21 points per game this season for Scottie Pippen, the highest mark of his career.
Yeah, very impressive, Mike, but he was held to 9 points in their last game on Saturday against Minnesota. Got poked in the eye and had blurred vision, which certainly had an impact.
Jordan outside. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Truck. That's his first foul.
Team 4. Substitution on the court.
6 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Jordan. Off target. Truck taking up the airspace. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Chicago with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And we welcome you back to the second quarter here at the Palace of Auburn Hills for the fourth matchup of the regular season between the Detroit Pistons and the Chicago Bulls.
And the Pistons were very frustrated in their loss to Miami the other night. Coach got ejected, and there were 5 other technical fouls called.
And I think the Pistons frustrated just overall this season, especially when they played on the road.
I'll tell you, trying to defend Michael Jordan one-on-one is just about impossible.
Agree with that. Incredibly quick first step he has, and if he doesn't blow by you, he can probably overpower you.
Love the grittiness Truck plays with inside.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. And Cobb drops both of them. The Bulls leading by 6. And the Bulls, Mike, so explosive offensively.
A great 1-2 punch with Jordan and Pippen. And with Paxson, Hodges, and Armstrong, they surround them with shooters. That is why Purdue is out there. Give this squad some energy.
Thomas passes to Walker. And the pass to Bedford. Outside Thomas. 4 on the shot clock. Over Armstrong. About that one, the Bulls' lead has been cut down now to just 6 in the basket from Thomas.
Such a gifted offensive player. He can hurt you in a variety of ways. He's a headache for opposing defenses.
Here's Livingston, guarded by Saleh. The Bulls need to get a shot on. Hobson's shot is off. And in the All-Star game, Mike, just over 2 weeks ago in Orlando, plenty of representation from tonight's game.
Isaiah Thomas, Joe Dumars, and Dennis Rodman represented Detroit. And for Chicago, Mike Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and Coach Phil Jackson. And still, the West won easily behind Magic, Clyde the Glide, and the Admiral.
Here's Cobb. He drains the quick shot. Truck's got 8.
Nice, quick pull-up by Truck, taking the opportunity when it presents itself.
Truck against Jordan to the left side wing. Passes it to Hobson. Here's Livingston. Thomas covering. Here's Hobson. No scoring in this one. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
ball.
Dennis Rodman is checked in for Detroit. Aguirre comes in for Sally. Cartwright's checked in for Chicago. Paxson comes in for Hobson. Clark, a slow start here for the Pistons this season, but they've picked up steam month over month.
Yeah, they've revamped their roster this summer. It can take time for it to gel, but they're moving in the right direction.
Nice job from Truck to find his spot in the mid-range.
And so far, the Pistons got to be happy, Mike, with what they've been getting from Truck.
He's played Jordan pretty even so far. Definitely holding his own. That's impressive.
So for the Pistons, Lambier comes in for Walker. And it's Dumars in for Thomas. Chicago also making some changes. Horace Grant, he's checked in for Livingston. And Pippen subbed in for B.J. Armstrong. Now, here's Dumars.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Here's the teardrop. Goes back up. Kicks it out to Truck. 5 to shoot. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Detroit, no good that time either. And a dominant run for the Bulls in last year's postseason. Clark only losing 2 games through the first 4 playoff series.
Well, they have arrived. And the way they've continued to dominate this season, very impressive. I think they've got a chance to be a problem for a long time.
And Chicago has possession, following the bucket by the Pistons. Pippen, the pass to Carter. The shot's good on the assist by Pippen. Pippen's got 4 assists now tonight.
Boy, really good vision, very unselfish. That's why you run offense through Scottie Pippen.
Pass to Cobb. Lambier with a screen on Jordan for 3. And it's Paxson with the rebound. Chicago leading, and the league leader in rebounding, Clark, Dennis Rodman, averaging 18.5 per game.
Boy, that's a ridiculous stat. I mean, his defensive rebounding rate more than twice what it was his rookie season. I mean, he's literally made a science of it, studying where shots are coming off.
Action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Bulls lead by 2. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the 3rd quarter. And we're back for the second half of play here in Auburn Hills, Michigan, as the Pistons look to get a win against their rival, the Chicago Bulls. And here's Jordan. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. The lead is 2. And a close game here, Mike, as we begin the second half.
Well, that's been the story in the previous contest this season between the Bulls and Pistons. Can Detroit follow through down the stretch?
Pippen against Dumars. Pippen can't hit. And Detroit has possession. Cobb passes to Rodman. And the jam by Dennis Rodman. And Mike, for the season, the Bulls are among the league leaders in assists at almost 28 a game.
They moved the ball well, and they had to improve in that area in order to finally overcome the Pistons' defensive scheme, famously known as the Jordan rules.
Cartwright gets the bucket.
For his position, Grant has good vision with the ball. I mean, he can find open guys.
Left side, Truck. Fades. And Truck is off the mark. Jordan right up on him.
Jordan not letting his guard down against Truck, not relaxing at all, giving him his full attention defensively. You know, there's a sense in Detroit that they just don't get as many calls as they did when they were the champions. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's how they feel.
Yeah, rightly or not, they feel they're more scrutinized when they're guarding and not getting the benefit of the doubt when they draw contact on offense.
They get it again. Another shot. That is good. And the Bulls' lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Rodman.
This is Rodman's role. He's out there to eat. Glass, and he doesn't let his teammates down.
Here's Jordan, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
And if you give him space like that in the mid-range, he won't hesitate to let it fly.
So it's Detroit now. What an answer from Truck, taking the challenge against Jordan.
Boy, Dumars does such a really good job sharing the rock. A willing passer.
Now here's Paxson. Still yet to score. Here's Pippen. Rebounded by the Pistons. Rodman's got 8 rebounds in this game. You know he's bounced around, Clark. At times rode the bench, but Truck has always stayed ready.
Yeah, I respect that about how he prepares. A great teammate, a rugged defender. Here late in his career, he's fit in nicely with the bad boy Pistons.
And they double up Jordan. Grant the pass to Paxson. Back to Grant. To the right side. The shot's good from Paxson. Paxson's got his first points of the night.
John Paxson, a very dangerous spot-up shooter. That's exactly the role he plays on this team.
Well, not his best year shooting from outside at around 32%, and his scoring average down to 6.3 a game.
Aguaya's checked in for Detroit. Kings checked in for Chicago. And now let's send it over to our friend David Aldridge for more.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Bulls are a league best 21-7 on the road, with the Golden State Warriors second best at 17-8. Only 2 teams in the West with a winning road record, as opposed to 4 teams in the East. Back to you.
Interesting information, David. Thank you. Mike, what should we take from that disparity?
I think it speaks to the depth of the Western Conference. A lot harder to secure a road win when you're up against that tougher competition.
And Truck with the reply. Not backing down at all from Michael Jordan. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Pippen kicks to Jordan. Down low. Banked in off the glass. Cartwright's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Such a savvy distributor. Jordan's court awareness and understanding for when his guys are open is impressive.
Clark, 11 consecutive All-Star appearances for the terrific Isaiah Thomas.
He's one of the best to ever do it. No question about it. He's never missed being an All-Star in his decorated career.
And Truck helping to push the Pistons back out front.
And when you look at Scottie Pippen's growth to an elite level, I think it's really what's made this Bulls team so unstoppable.
And you pair him with Jordan, most teams simply don't have an answer for the both of them coming at you.
Mike, as teams construct their roster, it's a lot different now than it was 9 years ago before the salary cap.
And the cap is at $12.5 million this season. Next year it goes up to $13.3 million. Trying to build a contender, it's not just X's and O's. There's a balance sheet, too.
Pops it up for Jordan. Stolen by Rodman. And what a game for Truck. Mike, he's playing Michael Jordan basically to a standstill.
And that's saying something. Jordan with every accolade under the sun, but that's the beauty of sports. You never know.
Rodman with a screen on Jordan. Cobb passes to Rodman. The basket good off the assist from Truck. Now it's a 7-point Piston lead. It could go. Not going to go that time. And so it... Truck making things happen for Detroit. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Back to the action in just a minute. Welcome back to the fourth quarter here in Auburn Hills, and these fans rooting on their Pistons to steal a game from the champion Chicago Bulls. Detroit leading by 7. And Thursday, the Pistons hosting the Milwaukee Bucks. Mike handing out free windbreakers to the first 4,000 fans. Pretty nice deal.
And for the fans braving the harsh Michigan winter, enjoy those windbreakers. You might want to layer up a bit with those, just saying.
Jordan against Truck. Jordan kicks to Armstrong. Purdue with a screen on Walker. Yep, it goes, and the Piston lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Armstrong.
You know, Armstrong grew up in the Detroit area, idolizing Isaiah Thomas.
And up until last year's playoffs, he'd really struggled playing here in Detroit. Some added pressure in front of friends and family. And Detroit doing an excellent job slowing down this much-vaunted Chicago offense.
Well, we know and agree that the Pistons' identity is defense. You knew they would try to muck things up and put some sandpaper into the defense, and that's what they've done.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. And the Pistons making a change here. Lambier's checked in, and a change for the Bulls. John Paxson, he's checked in for Armstrong. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
During that last break, guys, I got a chance to hear what Phil Jackson said to the team. And it was an intense huddle. Coach challenged his team. He told them the effort's not there. It has to get better. We'll see if those words work, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
You got to make sure that you're stationary and set when you're going to set a screen. Any kind of movement typically will draw the whistle.
Yeah, he made things easy for the ref right there. Clear offensive foul on the pick.
Williams, he's checked in for the Bulls.
You know, Michael Jordan has led the Bulls to the playoffs every season since he was drafted. That's 7 times in all. But it took time for them to be a serious contender.
And the Pistons had been that obstacle in their path. But last season, the Bulls finally overcame them in convincing fashion.
Williams, a screen on Thomas. Back to Jordan. He feeds it to Williams. Second chance shot. Oh, that's blocked. Walker the pass to Cobb. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Here's Hobson. Purdue with a screen on Truck. The 17-footer. Lambier grabs the board. Enzo Thomas will bring it up for Detroit. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. And for the season, Isaiah Thomas averaging a little over 7 assists a game.
Down quite a bit from his career average, but productive as ever with his scoring.
Once again, Truck scoring on Michael.
Call this the Truck game. He's been piling up the points. Not the guy you expect to steal the show as he has here so far.
Chicago calls timeout. A different look here for Detroit. Rodman is checked in for Sally, and it's Dumars in for Walker. Chicago also making some changes. Bill Cartwright, he's checked in for Purdue. Grant comes in for Williams. Scottie Pippen is subbed in for Hobson. And Mike, how about Dennis Rodman? Averaging over 6 offensive rebounds a game this season.
And usually he looks to pass out. The Pistons wouldn't mind him trying to score a little bit more off those rebounds.
2 minutes.
Pippen feeling it out a bit. They grab their own miss.
He's out there just forcing it. Terrible mindset to have with the way he shot so far.
Inside. And stolen by Jordan. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Truck.
And sometimes Jordan's impossible to guard, which forces the D to foul him.
He's off on the second.
They needed all of them to drop. Tough trip.
Truck against Jordan. For 3. Truck. The rebound by Cartwright. Bulls trail by 12. Jordan outside. And they double up Jordan. Here's Pippen. Rodman grabs the rebound. Rodman's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Dumars against Grant, and Dumars gets it to go.
Well, you know, I hesitate to never say never, but I don't think there's really enough time for a comeback to happen.
It's a sizable lead, and it may get even bigger.
And It's good, 2 points.
Some contact won't hold Jordan at bay. He gets aggressive and gets through it.
Well, Coach Fratello, they just need to take care of the ball right now.
Yeah, Kevin, just stick to the game plan and ride it out.
Here's Cobb. Again, the Pistons score.
What an incredible game. The back and forth between Truck and MJ, and Truck retakes the scoring lead between them.
Jackson outside. Pass to Jordan. The shot, no good. Great defense that time from Truck. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. For the three. A second chance effort, and Grant sends it back.
Great defense from the big man there. Grant positioning himself perfectly to get the block.
Tips it up. Rodman grabs the miss. And Cobb puts up a deep three. Off on that one. And the Pistons defending their court here at the pen. Mike finally securing a win against their arch nemesis, the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah, a much-needed win to prove their capability to hold up in this matchup.
It did, Mike, and with the postseason about 8 weeks away, who knows? Clark, this could be a playoff preview.
Yeah, very well could be, Kevin. The Pistons saying, hey, our epitaph has not been written. They still intend to be heard from in the East.
And so for Mike Fratello, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan alongside our entire 2K Sports crew, thanking you for watching. And we'll see you next time.
What? Yeah. I bet your grandpa was feeling himself that night, huh?
He was proud, but it's not like he thought he was better than Michael Jordan all of a sudden.
I mean, I hope so. Hey, I love you, Grandpa. I do. You know I love you, but let's be real. We're talking about MJ.
The next time they played, Coach Daly put Truck on MJ to start the game. Jordan had about 15 points in the first 5 minutes.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Gosh.
But, that's what made him great, though, right? I mean, Truck could get the best out of Michael on any given night. But Michael was going to use that as fuel and get the best out of you 9 times out of 10.
99 times out of 100.
Yeah, at this level, anybody could have a great game, son.
But only the greatest get it done every night.
So you have been listening.
Of course. Kind of hard not to. I mean, you told the story like 500 times, Pop. Kind of hard to miss the point.
You're going to get old, too. I hope you remember that.
Nah, I'm not getting old.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Now look at my knees.
I'm not getting old. I'm going to be just like this forever.
Let's circle back on that one, kid.
Love you, Pop.
I love you, too.